I've been on a mission to create the best server in Farming Simulator. So, what I've done is scoured the internet for the best provider that I could find, and I put together a team, and together we have been, well, spending a lot of time putting together some mods for you guys. We have a really awesome server here that is going to be for PC and for Mac. And it will be all roleplay focused. So there are a lot of things for us to cover here today. Today's not really fully going to be roleplay. It's going to be all more setup. Because this server is, for you guys, it's with you guys, and it's a deal for the community, we are going to go through some very important stuff together today. Luckily, this extreme fog is going to clear out in the next hour. So that should start to clear up, and we should have a normal day this beautiful September 2nd. So to get some groundwork out of the way, let me give you some server stats. First, about the actual server, it has 48 gigabytes of RAM. So the server that's running this save is running on 48 gigabytes of RAM. Unlimited storage, though technically FarmSim maxes you at 80 gigabytes of available active mods. So 80 gigabytes at any given time, maximum. And we have unlimited CPU usage as well. That means that it scales the CPU usage as the needs of the server and the demands, peak and increase. All of that to say that we have a pretty good performing server overall. I mean, for the mods that are on here and my certain condition, I'm driving through here with all this fog, and we're in the middle of town, and we have nothing more than a laptop playing this right now, and as you can see, it's pretty smooth. And I do not have good internet either, so. But even more now about the actual server and the game experience. So the days are 28 days per month, and the time scale automatically is controlled, and no one has the ability to change it, not even admins. So the time scale at 6 a.m. changes to times 15, and it goes that way until 10 p.m. Then from 10 until 6 the next morning, it is at times 60, and it automatically changes. At 6 a.m. every day, an automatic message plays in the chat as well, just giving you some server information. And I might expand that and alter that as we go. Of course, everything I'm showing you here is incredibly early. But this, what I wanted to bring you to, is going to be the governor's mansion. So the governor, and much more than that, all elected officials are going to be from the community. They're going to be elections held every in-game 4 years, and you, if you are a member playing on this, are able to run for any sort of election that you want. We have no term limits other than 2 consecutive terms. You can serve more than 2 terms in total, but you have to only serve 2 consecutively, and you have to step down for at least 1 term, okay? But the server will be completely self-governed and self-controlled. The economy is going to be contained in itself as well, where all players can have businesses. They can apply for business licenses, and you can do anything you want. You can farm, you can do lawn care, you can do snow removal, you can do, wood trimming, you could do a co-op. You could do literally whatever business comes to your mind. Trucking, right? There's a lot of stuff. And what's going to make that even easier for you, as I fail to slam the brakes, is the custom River Bend Springs map that we have here. So CJ, if you guys are familiar with the community, actually took the time to go in and make sure you could buy all of the individual little lots of every piece of land. Pieces of land that you could not previously purchase, now you can. This is really, really cool. So yeah, obviously, a lot of land is available for sale, and it's all chunked up and sectioned out very good. In fact, we have a mod that allows us to have more farm accounts than just the standard 8 in-game. That means that if you apply for a business license and are given one, you essentially are applying to have an account on the server. And right now we do have that currently limited to 64, but that's a huge improvement from the original 8. Of course, as I said, all of this is in testing, and we're kind of working on this together on the go, but it works fantastic so far. So before we continue talking about the server, and before I get to work on my own stuff, I want to park my truck here. We're going to switch over to the government, and I'm going to do some community work. So first, I would be remiss if I didn't check the sales. So as you can see, you guys often ask, how do we get all that many sales? It is a mod that we use, and it is included on this server. This server is, of course, brought to you by... Download mods easier than ever before with the Formal Mods downloadable browser. Go to formalmods.com/beta now to install the browser onto your PC or Mac. And once installed, simply browse the categories and automatically install any mod with one click right into your mods folder. The new Formal Mods desktop app comes with all kinds of things like recent downloads, a learning section, a community social center, and so much more. So download Formal Mods browser today. But that is what this server is a part of. If you want to play on this, you will need to go and sign up to Formal Mods. The best place to go for that information is going to be formalmods.com/play. But there's nothing in here that the government needs at this exact moment. Not what I'm looking to buy, at least. So we're gonna have to make some actual custom purchases. The first thing, and it's gonna seem a little frivolous, and it kind of is, I want to buy this very expensive, overpriced luxury vehicle. The reason is this is going to be the governor's vehicle. This is going to be their very own. While they are in office, this is what they are allowed to drive around and be driven around in however they wish. So let's just make sure. Okay. So what I'm going to do too is anyone that when you buy stuff, I ask that what you do is change the type over and then change the type back and let it randomly generate, or at least keep changing it, you know, something. That way we get a variety in license plates. Now, we could finance this if we wanted to. We could lease, of course. Finance is an option that you will find on this server. Very, very cool. But as the government, we are just going to buy this outright for an absurd price. Beautiful! We also need a couple more government vehicles here. Actually, a few more. So I know for the governor, I want some trail vehicles related, and probably not the Bentley. BMWs would be cool. Land Rover might be the winner. This BMW could be cool, though. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see it in black, and then I'll decide. Hold on. Ooh, it's a maybe. It's a maybe. Hold on. Let me see the... I want to see the Range Rover. Oh, that's a cool silver. Let me set this whole thing in the right color here. That's got to be the one. Yep, that screams I work for the government for me. Frivolous government spending. One of the most beautiful things is that, like I said, this is a self-governed community, so it's going to be really interesting to see how that all plays out. I'm excited to see what happens when you kind of let a server loose to itself. You know, you give them kind of a sense of a constitution, I guess. But from there, you know, they handle it how they handle it. I'm excited for this. I'm excited to see all the businesses everyone wants to start up, and we also, of course, are open to adding many mods. What we'll do is just make sure the mod is in good condition. We'll put it through a testing period and then decide to add it in. But yeah, we'll let even the community members be adding in mods and stuff. Starting to think the weatherman lied to me about the fog getting out of here in an hour, but it's okay. We have some extreme weather every once in a while. 28 days in a month, you're bound to have it here and there. One thing that's kind of neat, by the way, on the time scale, since the day goes by at times 15, and since the night goes by at times 60, so the daytime from 6 to 10 p.m. is 64 minutes in real life, and then the nighttime is only 8 minutes. So if you're like me and you're excited about having at least a little bit of night to feel it and roleplay it, but, you know, be able to speed through a little bit, it is nice. Among other mods on here, because it's PC, we get full control of a lot of things with scripts. So you'll notice that I'm running around instead of tabbing. That's because I can't tab. We have a mod that disables your ability to tab around. We also are working on many other mods and scripts and improvements. We have some custom made ones that I have put together. I made a disable voice chat mod, so if I hold the button for voice chat, it's not doing anything. Now, if I go in and change the setting to try and like turn my voice chat on, it will still show the icon, but you're not going to hear anything. The reason we've done that is to avoid the in-game voice chat, since it's global. If it was a proximity chat, then I'd be interested in using it. And if somebody wants to find out how to mod the chat into proximity chat, which would be not very easy, I would gladly love that. This building, by the way, is, for many of you, you probably know, not one that is normally here. This is something that I've built. I don't actually know what business I want to get into, so for the start, I've just kind of focused on real estate on my personal account. But I bought this plot of land because I just really liked the location. I wanted a different building originally, but it was just like millimeters too large for me to fit in here, and it wouldn't let me, so it is what it is. I actually like the way this all turned out, and no, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but let me know what you think we should run for a business out of here, or what type of business this would be most suited for. All right, we're running between the bank and the gas station strip mall area here, both of which you can own, by the way, if anyone's interested in buying those lots and running those businesses. The only plot of land that we made not purchasable is the actual store here. I'm going to continue getting these government vehicles up to the. For now, we'll put them at the government mansion, the governor's mansion. Excuse me. One thing that's also neat in here, you'll notice the mile counter in the bottom right. So originally that mod is only in kilometers, and I just very simply converted it over to miles. So now we actually have a working odometer for all vehicles and an engine hour counter. So that's cool to see. I'm excited for this. We've done attempts at, modded multiplayer servers in the past like this that were heavily modded and PC only. And at least in past experiences, it's always felt very frail and finicky. So far from what we've experienced, especially with the server that we're using and all the efforts we've been putting into making all these custom scripts for certain things, the server runs incredibly well, and I feel very confident that we're going to be able to give this a good try here. And if you haven't, by the way, you have to check out the absolutely beautiful view of the governor's mansion here at night. It is gorgeous. I mean, it's gorgeous here in the day, too, especially as the fog starts to let up. And the time it's taken us to drive and run back and forth, it's now 10:30. You recall it was, I don't know, 6-something when we started here. Now that's the clock being stuck on times 15. Just to prove I can't change it, I will try right now. And nothing. One of the other things you might be thinking is, well, Jake, what if somebody sleeps? Good news, I've created a mod that disables the sleeping feature. So, doesn't matter if anyone tries to sleep. Instead, it'll just pop a message in chat and say, no, you cannot sleep here. It doesn't say exactly that, but you get the idea. I do want to build my house today. I think we're going to make sure we get that done. I've already picked the piece of land that I want. I already own all the land that I want. And the rest of our money is set aside for building my house and building up whatever business we decide. I do really like our building there, though. The thing looks nice. The one that I wanted to put in there just looked so proper, and it made it feel like a... Oh, man, I wish I could have put it in. It was just ever so slightly too big. Okay, that is the last of the governor's escorts and such I'm going to bring up here. I would like to put some flashing lights on these, maybe, or something, but, yeah, I don't have any. So it is what it is. We have a few more that we should buy for the government. Let's just check, make sure that there's nothing okay. As we're spending taxpayer dollars here, wink, wink, we got to do it responsibly, of course. All right, here's what I'm thinking. We are going to make these the cop cars for now. They actually have some lights embedded into the vehicle, a strobe on top, and it even has a siren, though maybe not quite the siren you're expecting. But we're going to get a few of them, so let's buy, let's say 3. I'm hoping we get a fair ways here today on building, which we're going to get into in just here in a moment once we get these last few vehicles sorted out. We do have quite a bit to do. We got to make some updates to the governor's mansion. We have to, I guess, figure out what we want to actually do with our piece down here. We have to build our house. We have to build the transit terminal at the spawn. So where players spawn if they have not been in the server before, the default spawn, we are going to be turning that into a kind of a transit hub, like a bus station hub of sort. So I'm working on getting passenger added to a bus mod to get that put in here. We already have the bus. I could show you. It's really cool. But yeah, we're working on getting some passenger scripts stuff worked out on things like that. And there's a lot of cool stuff I'm really excited for. We can have a DOT, and we can have law enforcement, we can have fire department eventually. I mean, whoever and whatever. We can bring in tow trucks. I just added tow trucks today. Very cool. My goal is for this to be a lively world that has all different types of businesses, any and all, because that only makes the world feel more alive, and you'd be surprised how often, like, things that seemingly would not go together, impact the gameplay of each other majorly, So hopefully you guys are down with me on this. Now check this one out. We have the blue light on top, and you might be thinking, well, that's not much. We got some lights in the front and light on top, but I can also turn on the orange caution as well on there. Now we have quite a bit more in the back. Very cool. Though I haven't seen that this works quite as intended. I would like to be able to use the orange caution separate from the blue light. However, I turn the blue light off and the orange caution goes off as well. So, some give and take, but it'll work for now. But for now, we're in a cop car. We might as well speed on over to the spawn. That's where these are going to sit along with the buses. We're going to need to buy those as well. And I've got a bus depot design idea. It's not absolutely perfect. Like, if we could get an actual bus depot, that would be amazing. But within, what we have to work with, I'm pretty excited for what we're going to have here. Okay, so right there, that's going to be the main bus depot building, the main, garage. The entrances on that side are all going to be strictly for bus. That railway entrance and that entrance there are going to be for cars and such, for passengers and whatnot. This is going to be an out lane and turn lane, and then right here behind us, this little open area, imagine that as where the bus overhead terminal is, like where you pull under and you get on the bus undercover. That is my rough idea for what we've got here. I've actually built it before, so I've got a good idea of how to lay this out, and we might even be able to make some improvements. So just to get started, I'm going to park our vehicles out of the way. And you know what? Before driving the other ones over here, we might just go ahead and get started on this. So first things first, I got to remove all of the default items. So let me run around here for a little while, clean up this farm, and get it to a state that we can work with. Ooh, we made $10,000 off that. I like making $10,000. Grandpa, if I get rid of the house, do you go away? Can I auto-hide Grandpa? Can I delete you? I know this probably seems... Let me look at your back. Let me look at your back. Let me look at your back. Oh my gosh, you would be really good at boxing. I just want you to know that. Holy cow. All right. God, you can't get around this guy. He is... Oh! What'd you do? Train Rocky? That's crazy, bro. The house is gone. Oh, he's looking at me like, what'd you do to my house? This is what happens when you don't let me see your back, okay? Well, things are starting to clean up around here. I'm going to keep working on this. And then, well, hopefully, good Lord. The weatherman really lied to me about that fog. They said it was going to be bad. I didn't think it was going to be all day kind of bad. What's the weatherman saying now? We don't expect it to be getting much better the next few days. Okay. Fair enough. By the way, if you wanted to do the math, if you were curious, around a day and a half is what it takes to go through a month in this server. We have bees. I wanted to say cheese, but it's not cheese. So yeah, a day and a half to go through a full month in this server, and that means that a full year is like, would be like 16 days, 16 and a half days, 17 days, ballpark, 16 and a half. All right, sorry. I'll stop yapping your ear off and get back to work on building stuff. Enjoy the music.
I ain't never felt the kind all the worries from my mind. Darling, please forgive me if I stare a little more. I can't look away from those brown eyes. And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all the things that could go wrong. We can take our time and we may change our mind. But I can tell a good thing when a good thing comes along. Darling, tell me all about the dreams you had last night. You can be so restless in your sleep. I ain't going nowhere, all this feels so very right. When you find good love, it's the one that you should keep. And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all the things that could go wrong. That we can take our time and we may change our mind. But I can tell a good thing when a good thing comes along. If I ever hurt you, dear, oh, I apologize. Heaven knows I ain't no perfect man. I can't take another night without you by my side. Please come home as quickly as you can. And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all the things that could go wrong. We could take our time and we may change our mind. But I can tell a good thing when a good thing comes along.
On the road, headed back to New Orleans, driving in the country past old-timey scenes. Big birds were singing in the tall willow trees, mighty fine. And how many souls and times that I've told, places that I'd wanna be, and how many days when I could have stayed instead of just getting up to leave. And given we make time, I'll meet you down the line. Down the line, we'll meet up down the line. Down the line.
Okay, we've been busy. We built quite a lot. This here is our house. So, I didn't show you guys building this, but we have a house, just a little shed, and a driveway. Nothing crazy, nothing special. But it is a nice little area down by this little pond here, little A-frame cabin, and a lot of windows. You can go inside. I like it. I dig it. I think it's going to be neat. I just need to figure out where is the light switch to those lights. So this is kind of cool. This is our little bed nook up here at the very top. I like this. This is neat. And then from our A-frame home, we have a nice long driveway. It's starting to get dark and rain on us, of course. The day's almost done. But before it gets too dark, let me run over and show you what we've got done so far at the spawn where we're building a bus hub, like a transit terminal or whatever you want to call it. All right, this is the transport center. We're just waiting on a train. That is one of the reasons that we've built here, is we can tap into that train. Go already! The train's gone! I'm getting impatient. Jeez. But you get the idea. We can tap into that train, and if we pull right into here, watch the speed bumps as we go in. This is all going to more or less be kind of parking lot area. This is another way in and out. This goes up over the tracks on this side. So that's all for general car traffic. And then these two entrances down here off this road are for the bus only. So this is the entrance right here. So you would drive inside, and this is all bus only area. The bus goes kind of around the building. Again, we have more speed bumps. Shoots over this way, can go out there, but also can turn in here to get to the covered pavilion to load and unload people. Then they just roll back out this way and out this other drive, the longer drive right here. This is the exit. So that is the rough idea for the transit hub at the moment. Since it's so dark out, I'm going to just drive my truck home and wait until the morning here. Luckily, times 60 speed will be coming around 10, so it won't be too much longer. But I'm going to drive back home, get a little rest, and we're going to pick it up first thing in the morning. Dude, slam the brakes. My lord. Good morning, everybody. It is September still, and this is our beautiful home. Beautiful morning. It's about 6:10. And I suppose the day is getting started, so we might as well... you know what? I need a lawnmower here. I wonder what we have for lawnmower options, because I could keep it in my garage. What else do we need at the house? I'm thinking, you know, we actually put in some gravel right there for that walkway. Maybe we make a pad for like a patio. Maybe we get some lights to go up this driveway or something. It'd be nice to like string them in the trees maybe. Whatever we're doing, we do need to keep enough money in the bank account to effectively start whatever business we're actually running on here. We can't blow all of our budget. So let's run into town and do we stop at the store first? Yeah, you know what? We might as well. And I don't know when, but at some point I put my truck in kilometers. So there's that. I really don't know how I did that either. A bus for sale. Maybe the city should buy it. We want another bus? All right, let's see. We've got an Amazon, we've got Husqvarna, and we have Craftsman. I think Husqvarna is what we're probably going to roll with here. Seat model 1 or 2, probably 1. Armrest 1, standard. Yeah, no, let's put some armrests on there. Rollover. Do we want rollover protection? Do we not want rollover? Oh, I can get a canopy. Hey guys, why don't we start a lawnmower sales business? You guys want to sell lawnmowers? That would be perfect for our little plot, our little business plot we have. What I'm curious is if I get this rollover protection, can I fold it, or does it stay up? Because if I could fold it down when I need, I'd be willing. But for now, I think I'm gonna go with this bad boy right here. It's gonna cost us $5,749. Do I need a trailer to haul that thing? Yeah, we can figure it out. Check it out. Our new lawnmower, boys. It actually looks a lot like one we have in real life. We have a bad boy in real life. We got it last year, and I love that thing, dude. It's awesome. Woo! This round's good. Oh, yeah. She a zero turn for sure. Now, that is how you strap down a mower right there, boys. So let's get on out of here, and you know what? I'm actually going to drive over, and we're gonna contemplate this a little bit. So we own 2 properties in town. This one here, which we probably should start cleaning up. Maybe we can start with that today. And then we have the other one that I'm thinking maybe we do like a lawnmower sales or something. I don't know. You'll have to let me know what you want us to do with that other property. But this one is perfect for two different things. Obviously perfect for a gas station. And also, I would say perfect for, you could probably do a bank here if you needed. Your service shop would be great. A car wash would probably work here. And I think to start, we're going to do some kind of fairly simple car wash situation. It's going to take a lot to clean this thing up, though. So before we get started with that, I'm going to go check out on our other piece of property we have here in town. This place right here is our other piece of property. Now, there are things that I keep on using the map object hider to get rid of, like those lights and some of these open signs and this stuff over here, but they keep showing back up. They must be like on a time setting to show up or something. I don't know. It's really annoying, and I wish I could just not have those spawn, but it is what it is. They spawn, and I can't do anything about it. But this place would maybe be perfect for a lawn dealership. Whoa. Whoopsies. Because you can open up, you have this whole shop, you kind of like a big service bay, you know, or you got multiple of them, whatever you need to set up. You got this whole back lot here. Obviously, we have a ton of room, so we could probably do something more than just lawnmowers. We could probably... I mean, my first thought was a used equipment dealer here. I just don't know that it's quite big enough to handle that, but it could be. But yeah, as you can see, this thing opens up super nice. I even still gave us room out front here. So if we wanted to park lawnmowers in front of the store, we absolutely could. I don't know. There's some thinking about it. We could do that. Not a bad idea. I think it would be a fun idea. But there's a lot of things we could use this place for. It's just a matter of what business fits in here the best and what business do we want to do. If you guys don't mind, let me know what you want to see in the comments down below. I'm going to use your input to kind of help get started here. But that is a good look at this whole place. So let me know what you think we should use this building for. I think it would work really well as some kind of, I don't know, like something just small, like mowers, UTVs, ATVs, you know, like maybe dirt bikes, like those smaller items maybe we could sell here or something. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Before we head back to our house, I want to, since we're over here near the governor's mansion, I want to show you guys this again, because I think one of the next things that we're going to work on, probably today actually, but we might as well start right now, is some of the niceties around here. I want to make maybe that pavilion down there some kind of, I don't know, like indoor garden or something, some kind of nice thing for the governor to enjoy. And then obviously this whole entire place will need to be maintained and stuff, so they could probably get a contract with a local lawn care company or something, I don't know. But what I'm thinking is a few things. One, if I have any good large fountains or some kind of decor, I might fill in a little bit of this area. The house is already very beautiful, and the next piece of work that we would likely do is in the back. So back here was a horse jumping arena. I already switched it over to being all grass. And what I'm thinking is over in this area, you know, behind the house here, kind of whatever, like right here, essentially, I'm thinking we add a pool. Wouldn't the governor like to have a pool back here? So we probably will be adding that today. And I'm also going to keep that barn because it's kind of folksy. And you know what? It makes the governor feel at home here, I'm sure. As for this pavilion down here, obviously all of this could be, you know, done whatever we need. And then inside of here, I don't have the keys right now. We're technically trespassing, but I'm thinking about turning it over into, I really don't know quite yet, some sort of just indoor something. Obviously, has some thought to be put into it. My first thought was a garden, but who knows? So what I'm going to do is pull my truck back to the back of the house, the working area, so I'm not bothering our ghost governor right now. Obviously, there's no governor at the moment. I'm thinking for the very first term, for the first 4 years in game, once we launch the server, I'll go ahead and take like the governor seat for the first term. That way I can help us get all things started and like, get all the processes put in place and yada yada for someone to take over and continue, right? But we might as well start putting in a pool back here. So let's see what we can do. This is the pool, and do I want to put it like that? Do I want to put it like that? You know, where do I want it to go? Should it just be put over here? I think about there is where we're going to put it. But before we do, I gotta dig the area out just a little bit here. Boys, why can't I dig right there, but I can dig right there and right there? What is that? What? What is this? There's just a square here I can't dig, or what? Exactly where I want to put the pool, there's a square that I can't dig. What? Okay, we have a hole. Hopefully, it will fit for our pool. Oh, that was a pain in the butt. Tell you what. But that's gonna do for me. Boom. Now you have a pool. Congratulations, Governor. So I think I'm gonna try to put in some kind of walk path here. That way they don't have to walk strictly on the grass, I guess. And now we just gotta touch up the grass again, and that's gonna be good for the pool for now. There's another business, I suppose. Anyone that's good at building or landscaping or whatever, maybe you could run a construction or landscape business. That would be good. There's all kinds of stuff we could do on here. We can probably find a way to get firefighters if we need or something. Like we have that train mod that just came out very recently, so we could put in custom trains in here. I mean, yeah, there's a lot that we can do. But that is going to work for me for now. The governor has a pool. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. I'm going to sneak back up to my house, unload my Husqvarna, see how it works. And I will wait to see what you guys have to say in the comments down below for some ideas. Make sure you go to formalmods.com/play if you're interested in joining us on this server. It is open to anyone that has PC or Mac. You can find out all the information that you need to know by going to formalmods.com/play.